Good morning and welcome to the Essex dockside town of Tilbury, about 25 miles downstream from the City of London. Now this town gets a bit of a bad reputation, especially in Essex, and there's no reviews of this town on YouTube, so I thought I'd come down here and give the town a little bit of a review. And over in the distance there you can see the new Amazon building, which is where, after this introduction, I'm going to start the tour. I'll apologise now for the wind noise. After all, it is August, apparently summer. Let's crack on. I'm on the outskirts of Tilbury. I'm standing just over the road from the giant Amazon warehouse that no doubt employs a lot of people in this town. See what we find. So it's late on a Saturday morning, nearly afternoon, and not much seems open, to tell you the truth. It does look a bit run down. Just across the road there is Tilbury Town Station on the C2C line. It takes you right into Fenchurch Street into London.
Don't teach me, I know very well my
Okay, and I'm telling you,
yes.
if I do this, then I fall down to my job.
Yeah, you have to fall down this trouble.
Because you push.
Yes, and the camera looking without ticket, you are coming. You touch me. No, yes, you are coming here. No, you are, yes.
That really would One interesting fact that I was told about the town a couple of weeks ago is that there's not one pub open in the town centre. Not one pub. There is a pub, but it's not in the town centre, which is fairly strange for any town in England, really. Right, I've come into the back streets of Tilbury to find 113 Adelaide Road, and it's that building there. I watched a Netflix horror film last year called His House, and that's where it was filmed. In this estate in the back streets of Tilbury. Just wanted to come and have a look. Curious to see where it was filmed. Couple of social clubs, but no pubs. Obviously they're private members, so I can't go into them. But I am feeling a bit peckish, so I might stop in one of these establishments in the town centre to get myself something to eat, because I've eaten nothing all morning. Cheers, mate, thank you. See ya. So yeah, I can recommend that cafe in the middle of Tilbury, in the town centre. But if you're going to get a takeaway, I recommend you check whether they put the sauce in there, because I didn't get no ketchup with mine, which I did ask for. But it was really nice. It was a nice bacon roll. So I want to film that plaque, but I've got to scale this little fence to show you it. Tilbury Town, founded on the 1st of April 1912. That's when it got its town status. Metropolitan Drinking Fountain and Cattle Truck Association. You used to see them in the City of London as well. That's the first time I've ever noticed one outside of the City of London, to tell you the truth. So, I'm heading east up Calcutta Road. There's a war memorial up the end there, and I want to have a look at it. So that's where I'm headed now. I've just noticed something on the side of this house. An advert that's faded. Coal and Coke merchants. I went in this shop earlier to get some elastic bands for some random reason, but it's a Aladdin's cave. It's got everything in there. So there's the war memorial. There's part of the town. It looks more well kept. Oh, it looks like they've got a bit more civic pride up this end, maybe. I don't know, but it just looks a bit tidier. Don't look as messy. Canadian flag with a British flag. Of course, they fought alongside us during the war, as well as many other countries. So this is Civic Square. Another development now. I'll say that again when this van stops backing up. Another development now for the town centre. Hopefully going to tidy it up a little bit more. I wonder what it's going to be. Well, look, there's a pub, or that used to be a pub, the Anchor. It's obviously not no more. It's a shame, because I suppose people around here want to go for a drink. I suppose they have to join up to one of these social clubs that I see earlier. Nice new flats here. If this is not a sign of our times, masks on the floor. Well, there's the local Nick, aka police station, but it looks, well, it looks closed down to me. Don't look like it's being used at all. Oh, look at that little seafood stall. Is it? It is seafood. Tucked away behind the leisure centre. Right, so I've just walked around Civic Square. There's the War Memorial again, and that is pretty much it for the town. There's not much else to see, to tell you the truth. Not much to see here, folks. There's a couple of more things I want to look at before I head down to the river. I was reading online about a music school. It's quite a well-known music school. Wow, that is very green. That was a guest house, a bed and breakfast. 197 Dock Road, Tilbury. Well, it just goes to show that there's no need for it if it's closed down. Nice old buildings connected to the church, Our Lady Star of the Sea, Roman Catholic Church. Oh yeah, here it is. the Tilbury Band. That don't look like that was a block of flats originally. But it is now Riverside Heights. Looks quite industrial. Right, now down here is a footbridge that should take us over the train tracks down towards the docks. That's Hairpin Bridge, or the entrance to Hairpin Bridge, and just before I go over it, there's just another building to look at. St John the Baptist, Tilbury Docks. Small Baptist church. Nice tidy little building. Now let's walk over Hairpin Bridge. As you can see, the section on the left is reserved for people walking, and on the right, if you want to cycle over it, you can. And there's the train tracks there in front of me. So up here is a burnt out moped. Somebody's had their fun with a stolen moped. I assume it was stolen. Why would you burn it to destruction otherwise? Someone's had their fun and destroyed the evidence. Possibly against the wall there. Elvis. And there's the train tracks and the docks in the background. Kill. Positive message. Right, so this is the train track going towards Shoebury Ness via Southend Central. So hopefully, I can't see over this because it's too high, but hopefully you can see the train track, and that is going back towards London, Fenchurch Street. This Hairpin Bridge is taking us down towards the docks and the river, which is what Tilbury is famous for. Onwards to the docks and the end of the journey. So, after a rather drawn out, tedious walk from where I just was, we're making it to the cruise terminal. Oh, look at this. Here's a Jensen. Now, when I was a kid, that was my favourite car. You don't see many of them about. Look at that. A Jensen Interceptor. Right, so I've made it to the river. This is the River Thames. The Thames Estuary. This is the entrance to the Tilbury to Gravesend ferry. Pedestrian route, right, okay. There you go. There's your complimentary shopping trolley stuck in the mud. Now, there's been a ferry here linking Tilbury to Gravesend in Kent on the other side for hundreds of years. The reason that it's there is because it's at a narrow crossing point. I think it's about 800 yards across or metres across. Oh right, okay. These must be the people of the Windrush generation, I should imagine. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking these pictures out, but come to England to drive buses and to start families. Nurses, soldiers. Oh yeah. That confirms it. Windrush. I'm not sure you're going to be able to pick that up, but that's what all these pictures and memories. That's what it's all for. So I'm making my way along the sea wall towards the World's End pub and Tilbury Fault. Over these steps, and we make it to the other side. Oh look, there's the ferry just pulling in. And there's the World's End pub. I was thinking and racking my brain of a monologue to tell you about Queen Elizabeth I and her speech to the troops to rouse them in readiness for the approaching Spanish Armada, but there's a plaque here to commemorate it. It says, "Did you know, in 1588, fear of an invasion by the Spanish prompted increased defence of the capital and the forts were fully garrisoned and armed with artillery. In August, Queen Elizabeth I visited the blockhouse and her army assembled at West Tilbury. The address she gave to her troops during this visit is one of the most famous speeches in English history. In the end, the Spanish failed to get to the Thames and the threat was reduced." Yeah, see, English is not my strong point, as you can tell. That is Tilbury Fault, and that building there was started in 1670, but it was built on the site of an earlier fault that was built by Henry VIII between 1539 and 1540. This is Tilbury Fault, or the entrance to it. And it's owned by English Heritage. I'll just go in the entrance and just have a little look in there. Look at this amazing place. So this is the World's End pub, and this is where I'm going to end the film. Cheers, love, thank you. Cheers. That's the end of the Tilbury tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know.